The Petitcodiac watershed holds many great things. One of these is the Petitcodiac River. Once the river was trapped and gated, which held up the river and stopped the movement of fish and other aquatic organisms. The Tidal Bore was greatly affected by this, and it was almost destroyed by the causeway gates. It slowed down the Tidal Bore by a whole 2 miles per hour. Now that the gates have been opened in 2010, the fish are returning and so is the Tidal Bore. The Tidal Bore is a tourist attraction that people from all over come to see. On July 24, 2013, citizens from all over came to see a world record broken. The powerful strength of the Tidal Bore carried 4 surfers down the river, 29 kilometers. When the tides change, the tide comes in and salt water travels under the fresh water, pushing it up, making a wave. This occurs twice a day following the moon. The Tidal Bore flows into multiple rivers in multiple different watersheds, carrying silt with it. Some people think that silt on the side of the Petitcodiac River is a bad thing. Well, it's not. The silt that makes the Petitcodiac River called the Chocolate River is very fertile and great for the land. The Tidal Bore picks up some silt from the banks of the river and carries it downriver to spread the nutrients. There are 10 different Tidal Bores in Canada, and all of them are connected to the Bay of Fundy. The Petitcodiac River and watershed holds home to many different species and some that are threatened. For example, the American eel, Atlantic salmon, and the North American wood turtle. Other species that have been spotted near or in the Petitcodiac River are the bald eagle, seals, porpoises, snowy owls, gaspereaux, and much more. The opening of the causeway gates helps the growth of these species. For example, the gaspereaux are coming back up the rivers in mass amounts, in the thousands. The Tidal Bore is really an identification of the river's health, hence seeing all these fish come back is looking promising. When the gates were closed and there were no salmon in the river, the Tidal Bore was small and weak. The Tidal Bore was down to a ripple in size. Now that the gates are opened, the bore is growing in size just like the population of previously threatened species. The opening of the causeway really was the only way to save the river, the Tidal Bore, and the organisms around it.